Hello friends, I'm Larry with Rides Done Right, and this is Journey to Track Days. Hello! Yeah.
His car was already built by Strictly Street Rods. He got wiped out in the four-way stop.
I can have the most talented guy in there, but if he's not driving with the rest of the crew, it's the back.
Drives the truck, drives the car, he flies the plane. Do you get paid 3 times? No.
This show, top 5 in America.
To get going to the track, we definitely needed to get the trailer situated to be able to go. Now, of course, we have 2 different scenarios that we're trying to deal with. One of them is getting the bike and doing track days, and the other one is doing Rides Done Right and the stuff that we need to take with us. I started off with a 14-foot enclosed trailer that I've had for a while. It's a good trailer, real tall, and enables us to get a lot of different kinds of things in when we're hauling. And so I went basically through it to try and figure out how I could get more organized. One of the things I did is I wound up finding a closet organizer, metal frame deal. I stuck that right in the front after I'd measured it, and then I attached that to the wall studs, and that thing is in there solid, and now it gives me the organization that I need up front to stack and put more stuff. I can also strap and use bungees around it to keep things in, so that worked out pretty good. The other thing that I did is I wound up putting in ETrack, and I didn't do full-on ETrack. It's pretty expensive. Again, I'm doing this thing on a shoestring budget, so I got pieces of ETrack, put them into different locations, and then got those to where I can then fasten the bike down, the quad, the trailer that we pull behind the quad, all the stuff that's in the front. So there's ETrack in enough locations that I can put the adjustable straps on them and then singe them down and actually make them work. So that worked out pretty good. Things that that we did that were different. One of the things I wanted to do is be able to sleep in the enclosed trailer at night. I found out that they close the tracks down at night. You're locked in, so it's pretty secure that way. So security wasn't as important for me as making sure that I could get a trailer that was functional so that we could sleep in it. And one of the things that I needed to figure out is how I could go about getting power into the inside of the trailer for a variety of things. One of our challenges is we need to charge our batteries on all of our equipment in the evenings. So we did that, and in order to do that, what I wound up doing was I cut a hole in the front of the trailer on the floor, and then I put a big piece of PVC. I checked to make sure I could get an extension cord head through it before I did it, and then that determined what size to use. So I put the PVC in it, I put a little coupler on the bottom and glued it to it, and then I had a screw cap on the top. And now I can close it off when I'm not using it. When I need it, I take the cap off, drop the extension cord down and out, plug it in, and then I got power inside. And I didn't have to rewire the whole trailer doing it. So it took some thought, but it was kind of cool. It worked out really, really well for what we're doing. We put cots in. You can put a cot on both sides in front of the chocks, and they still work fine. So we were able to put 2 cots in here. That worked out really well. The other thing that was pretty important, when you're on the track, you're going out at a certain time on the hour every hour of the day. So a clock is something that you really want. We went ahead and put a clock in and made it to where when we've got the back door down and we're usually congregating around the back or around that area, we can easily see what time it is throughout the day, so that worked out really good. I saw that in one of the other trailers when we were scoping things out when we went out on test day without the bike. So you can get a lot of great ideas from people just looking at their trailers when you're at the pits to really figure out what you need. And the guys I noticed by and large are really great at helping you out and getting ideas. Well, you see everything from no trailers to flatbeds to enclosed, a lot of variations on enclosed, but then you see some really great high-end nice stuff. So it can get pretty cool. Pat O'Connor, who was my instructor, when we were in doing the recap of the first track day, he's got a great setup in his, and had his monitor all set up in there, and that's where we did the review and the recap stuff. So look in that video and you'll see kind of how that thing went. But that pretty much covers what it was that we did. The standard things that you do to prep, obviously, your trailer for grease and bearings, doing all those kind of things that you want to make sure that when you're going on the road that air pressures are all checked on your spare tire, on all your tires, and that things are greased and lights are all working. So we did all of those. Real important to get a checklist so that when you're going, you can make that checklist and make sure you've got everything you need. One thing, by the way, I probably should talk about with our camera setup is that we put the quad. We went out and bought a trailer with kind of the balloon tires that works real good. That connected to the back grab bar on the little Raptor 80 that we're using, and we pulled that around and we're able to put our equipment and stuff in it. So it has a great weight capacity, 1,200 pounds, which is way more than what we'll ever put in it. But that meant that we could put the things that we needed in the back of that trailer and cart it around with us throughout the day. So that worked out really good. A pit bike or something like that is a good idea for most people anyway, but especially with us when we're trying to do, capture video all over the place, that was really important. We set an Osmo up on the side of the track, and we had different, cameras that were set up throughout the track areas that we would turn on and then go back and turn off. So a lot of running around, so that quad came in real handy with that. The other thing is an easy up. We put an easy up by the side of the trailer. It my easy up was cheap again on a shoestring. Got it used, and it worked out. It works out fine for what it is that I'm doing. Someday I'll replace it with something nice. But one of the things that I did that was pretty cool is I found these sand containers that are half and half that you put around the legs and screw them down, and they go to like 32 pounds of sand on each corner. And that thing was solid all day long. So when you're out there with an easy up and the wind catches it, potentially could just go blowing over. And that's how we kind of resolved that situation. So by and large, so far we feel like we're in pretty good shape. I can obviously do upgrades and make things a lot nicer than what I have. But again, I always say this: I do stuff on a budget. Well, there's those of us that don't have that income to be able to support going all the way. I do what it is that I can. I'm not willing to give up some of my other cool toys that I have to just go all in. So maybe someday it'll be that big of a deal for me where I want to really go crazy. If so, I'll make a video. Anyway, that's it for trailer prep. Watch all the other videos, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.